Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be reacting to Orianna, the Lady of Clockwork. If this is your first time checking out the channel, what we're going to do is we'll take a look at Orianna's biography and story first. We'll move on to any cinematics that she may have, look at her skins, the Fandom Wiki, and the voice lines at the very end of the video. I'll have everything chaptered out if you want to skip ahead to any of those little sections. And while you're here, you might as well leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out the other League of Legends reactions we do have here on the channel. Okay, so Orianna is actually a champ that I really don't know too much about. Of course, I've seen Orianna. Again, I've played a little bit of TFT. I know what she looks like. She's, I guess, made of all Piltover technology is going to be my guess, just based on like how she looks here. And then the only other thing, as of recording this, it's before season 2 of Arcane, and in season 2 of Arcane's trailer, there was like a giant Orianna statue face or something that appeared in that little trailer. So this will maybe possibly give me some insight into why her face appeared in that trailer. So let's go ahead and dive in. When a moth emerges from its chrysalis, does it remember its life as a caterpillar? Okay, hold on. That quote's already making me like love this character, just because it's making me think, okay, Orianna's gonna be like a deep thinker with some crazy quotes or some crazy voice lines. We'll see. Role is mage, region is Piltover. Okay, so I was correct in that. And related champions, we have our Blitzcrank, Camille, and Skarner. Interesting one with Skarner. They have the new photo for Skarner here, but I'm wondering if like that was with the old Skarner or if it's with the current new Skarner. I don't know. Once a curious girl of flesh and blood, Orianna is now a technological marvel composed entirely of clockwork. She became gravely ill after an accident in the lower districts of Zaun, and her failing body had to be replaced with exquisite artifice, piece by piece. Accompanied by the extraordinary brass orb that houses her Hextech arsenal, Orianna is now free to explore the wonders of Piltover and beyond. Wow, okay, this is all brand new info for me. So she was a girl of flesh and blood. Originally, she became gravely ill, and then, yeah, this Hextech stuff is what is keeping her alive, I assume. And now she can do whatever she wants and explore the world. Cool. Nestled among the eclectic storefronts of Piltover sat the workshop of the renowned artificer Corin Revek. Famous for his masterful craft and artificial limbs, Corin's intricate brass designs made the prosthetics both breathtakingly beautiful and often superior to the originals. His daughter, Orianna, served as his apprentice. Friendly and inquisitive, she was a natural fit to run the shop and blossomed into a capable artisan in her own right. Orianna had an adventurous spirit, but her father, fearing for her safety, never allowed her to venture beyond their neighborhood. Instead, he took her to the theater, where dancers, through leaps and pirouettes, told stories of distant lands. Orianna dreamed of visiting these strange and marvelous places and would scurry home to build clockwork dances of her own. Oh, so this is where she's getting her inspiration. News of disaster in the undercity of Zaun made its way to their shop. An explosion had ruptured a chemical line, venting clouds of poisonous gas. Orianna insisted they help the victims, but Corin forbade it. Zaun was far too dangerous. So with as many supplies as she could carry, Orianna snuck away in the night and rode the Hextrolic Descender into the depths. The devastation was overwhelming. Debris still filled the streets, and Zaunites walked through the toxic haze, faces covered with little more than oily rags. Night after night, Orianna repaired respirators and installed ESO filters. Wow, she went night after night. She even gave her own mask to a child who could scarcely breathe. Her father was furious, but soon after her return, Orianna fell gravely ill. Her lungs were ravaged past all hope of recovery. Refusing to accept this, Corin threw himself into his most ambitious project yet, a fully functional set of artificial lungs. Wow. After weeks of sleepless nights, he completed his desperate task and carried out the surgery himself. To keep her from even or ever venturing too far again, the lungs were wound with a special key Corin kept in his safe. Oh. Orianna returned to work, and yet the poison continued to spread throughout her body. Father and daughter worked feverishly to develop new implants and prosthetics, replacing each of her organs as they failed. Whoa. Piece by piece, Orianna's body was transformed from mortal to mechanical unit until only her healthy heart remained. This long and expensive process cost Corin his fortune, forcing him to relocate their business to Zaun. But he saved his daughter's life, and for a time, they were happy. Oh, come on. Can we just end the story there, please? Gradually, Orianna began to feel disconnected from who she had been before. Well, that can kind of happen. Old memories felt like stories. Even her creativity began to fade. Oh, that's like one of the worst things to lose, honestly. And her beloved clockwork dancers became more like masterfully tuned mechanisms than works of art. But even as time seemed to stand still for Orianna, it marched onward for her father. Long, lean years brought Corin agonizing chest spasms that meant he could no longer work, and Orianna was forced to provide for him. She'd become profoundly adept at crafting her figurines, even if she took only distant pleasure in recalling what once inspired their creation. The miniature dancers brought in good coin and barter, but never enough to afford the one thing she believed could save her father. For that, she turned to a local chem baron. Orianna never asked how the man came by a hextech crystal. She simply paid what he asked. Even so, before she could use it, the chem baron returned demanding a second payment, then a third. When the money ran out, Orianna knew his next visit would end in violence. She looked to the crystal device, still incomplete, too unrefined and powerful for a human body. She saw the logical solution. She didn't need her human heart anymore, and Corin needed a heart no one could ever take from him. Oh no. Okay, this story is kind of crazy, or this biography. She spent weeks in preparation building a clockwork orb, integrating it into her own mechanisms, readying it to house the crystal so she could defend herself in the journey ahead. Slipping her father a sleeping draught, she commenced the surgery. Corin became one with the last remnant of the daughter he had known and loved. She listened to his steady heartbeat throughout the night, and the quiet hum of hextech and the beautifully intricate ball by her side. Only then did she realize she had shed the last of her humanity, but she felt no fear or remorse, merely acceptance. She had become something entirely new, a lady of clockwork, and she needed to find where in the world's vast machine she might fit. At dawn, she collected the key that wound her lungs, a single pulse from her ball, welding it firmly to her back. Then she left for good. Corin woke to find his workshop filled with hundreds of figurines, but among them was one he vowed never to sell, pirouetting to an endless ballet, a golden dancer that needed no key. Dude, this was a crazy biography. Now, I know a lot of you back a while ago have been recommending Orianna to me, and she's been interesting to me. I've been interested in reacting to her for a little while, but I'm finally getting to it. This is really cool. She is super unique. I for some reason, like, anytime there's somebody like in the Zon, Piltover area, they can be kind of like interesting. I don't know, for some reason, like, I mean, because Camille is one of my favorite champions that I've reacted to, and Orianna's story here is just really, really cool. And I don't know, I'm getting like, obviously with Camille's legs, I'm getting like the Orianna just, you know, vibe a little bit here. So, wow, okay, so she heals her father, and then she leaves. I mean, but like, she has no human pieces to her at all anymore. Well, no organs anyways. Underneath all that, she probably still has her flesh and skin and everything, right? But the organs wise, it's all machine, which is crazy. I'm wondering if in the story we'll learn more into like maybe how she thinks and stuff like that, in terms of like, is she going to become more robotic in her thinking, or is she going to still have like some human left in her? I'm curious. All right, our story is called Fieram. It's not Fieram. It might be Fieram. Okay, I'm not sure. Orianna walked through the fairground, empty and still in the evening gloom. Sir Feasterly's fantastical fair opened its gates to delighted crowds of Zonites but twice a year, and Orianna did not want to miss her chance to see its wonders. She had waited until everyone had left for the day and the rowdy laughter and accordion tunes had fallen silent. Only the low hum of nearby pipelines pumping steam through the chem district disturbed the quiet. Detritus lay strewn along the ground, colorful streamers and bright balloons mingling with crumpled wax paper that once held sweet dram pastries. Orianna's clockwork ball hovered beside her as she passed a stall overflowing with roses, which according to a sign smelled like each day of the week. She walked by a wind-up monkey holding a pair of cymbals and a cart laden with sugared apples. None of these Zon-born delights piqued her interest. Orianna had eyes only for the glass cabinet tucked into a secluded corner at the far edge of the grounds. A glimmering wink of metal flashed in the moonlight. It came from the mechanical boy sitting behind the glass. Orianna had seen nothing like him and drew closer, intrigued. He was clad in a midnight blue suit and a silk hat. His skin was a shell of pure porcelain that masked the delicate clockwork gears below, and his eyes shone with glints of silver thread. As Orianna approached him, his lips rearranged into a smile. Okay, so she's seeing somebody similar to her, or maybe exactly the same. "Can you keep a secret?" the boy said. His voice reminded Orianna of softly chiming bells. "Hello," she said. "Of course. What say we make a trade? My secret for your name." "That seems fair. I am called Orianna." "Orianna," he repeated, such soft sounds. Orianna could have sworn his porcelain cheeks blushed. "I suppose it's my turn. My name is Fieram. My secret is that I fear the outside world, though I long to see distant shores and far-off mountains." Oh. Is that why you live in a cabinet?" she asked. "Because you are afraid?" "From here the world visits me," said Fieram. "Behind the glass I am safe. I'm very fragile, you see." He pointed to a hairline fracture on his forearm. "There it is. I'm getting old." Fieram's mouth opened into a lopsided grin. Because he's made of porcelain, right? So Orianna giggled and shrugged her shoulders, a gesture she had recently acquired, though she wasn't quite sure if she had used it correctly. Oh, that's interesting. So she's mimicking a human reaction, but she doesn't know if she's using it correctly. Is this like the robot part of her? Or I'm saying robot, but I don't think that's the right term. Anyway, Oh, you haven't seen my tricks yet, said Fieram. He reached into his sleeve and produced a bouquet of daisies with a flourish. Ta-da, he exclaimed, and Fieram removed his hat and dipped his head in a nod. A half-dozen mechanical pigeons fluttered from beneath the brim. He brought his hands together in a clap, and the entire cabinet filled with opaque red smoke. By the time it dissipated a few seconds later, the pigeons were gone. Orianna applauded in delight. The ball whirred, impressed. Wonderful, she exclaimed, like magic. And that wasn't even my best execution. Fumbled my sleeve a bit, he admitted, folding his hands, but small miracles are my specialty, like you finding your way to me in this great city, you above all others. You winked at me, said Orianna. Why? We are kindred spirits, you and I, but you already knew that, said Fieram. It's why you're here, isn't it? He shuffled his feet. Orianna marveled at the subtlety of his movement. It is just that I have never seen another like you, she said. I'm one of a kind, aren't I? Same as you, said Fieram. He gestured toward her mechanical frame and winked again. Orianna smiled. Fieram leaned in against the glass. Your smile is fabricated, she said. Yes, I'm still mastering certain expressions. Ooh, okay. Beautiful, said Fieram. Well, now you're going to make me blush. Orianna's ball, hovering at her left shoulder, nudged her gently. Not now, she told the ball. She lifted the mechanical monkey from its stall nearby and turned its key. It scuttled about the floor, eyes lit with a red glow, clashing its symbols together at every third step before slowing to a halt. You are not like him, are you, Fieram? All wound up at the turn of a key, she said. You have a mind. You have thoughts. I may be comprised of cogs and wheels, but I have dreams like anyone. Okay, so right here, this sentence, I think this is going to be a story about Orianna also realizing that herself is like, she might not be made of flesh and blood anymore, but she still can have like dreams and thoughts and things, right? I know you dream of leaving this place. Surely you are lonely behind this glass. Come with me. We could leave now, together, Orianna said. Leave, Fieram's expression fell. I'm afraid I don't know what you mean. You have no doubt listened to the restless bustle of Zon or heard of the grand marvels in Piltover, Orianna asked. Fieram cocked his head. I like to ride the rising howl at dusk to catch the last of the day's golden rays, Orianna said. From the very top you can see the harbor beyond the sea gates and the endless glistening ocean. From up there you can imagine the smell of faraway lands. Orianna's ball whirred as it spun in the air and nudged her again. I suppose now is a good time as any, she said. Fieram, would you like to see the world? We could leave together right now. I can protect you. Whoa, okay, this escalated quickly. I can't think of anything more wonderful, he said. Orianna circled the glass cabinet in search of an opening. An iron padlock secured a small door at its base. She raised a fist and brought it down upon the lock, smashing it open. A watchman approached them. Hey, stop that. With a glance from Orianna, the ball shot toward the watchman. It clanged upon impact with his helmet, then hovered in the air as if waiting for a command. Orianna nodded, and the ball radiated waves of coruscating power. Caught in the energy flux, the watchman raised his baton and bashed it into the ball, which spun in midair before returning to his target. Okay, my guess is that's one of her gameplay abilities. We'll see later. A second watchman ran toward Orianna. She tried to pull Fieram through the door, but his chair jammed in the opening. Fieram, can you repeat your trick? The ball reverberated with energy as it whirled around the first watchman. His metal helmet fizzled with sparks. My tricks! Fieram reached into his sleeve and pulled out the bouquet as Orianna spun away from the watchman. No, the other one. Fieram replaced his bouquet. The very last trick, she said, quickly. The mechanical boy drew the bouquet from his sleeve once more. Orianna spun toward the watchman, her metal dress fanning out in a flurry of sharp blades until the man backed away, baton raised. Ooh. Get away from him, you, said the watchman. That's our property you're tampering with. From here, the world visits me, Fieram said. He tipped his hat and pigeons poured out. The watchman aimed his baton at Orianna's head, and she ducked just as Fieram clapped. The baton shattered the side of the glass cabinet, and crimson smoke poured from the opening, obscuring all movement. Okay, this story, there's something about it. It feels way different than a lot of the other stories I've read. The first watchman had responded to the ball's galvanic attacks with rageful abandon, throwing all his weight into every punch. The ball was relentless, however, and shot a final blast of energy toward his helmet, and the watchman fell down unconscious. Whirring in satisfaction, the ball flew to Orianna. It unleashed voltaic waves toward the second watchman, rendering him motionless. I'm assuming another ability. Orianna stepped into the smoke-filled cabinet. She lifted the mechanical boy from his chair, but his legs would not flex to stand. Fieram, we must leave. Leave? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean. A pair of metallic pigeons flew through the broken glass, but dropped to the ground a few feet from the door. Fieram, stand up so we can go, Orianna said, her face falling. Please. Oh, you haven't seen my tricks yet. He pulled the bouquet from his sleeve. Orianna ignored Fieram's attempt to tip his hat and dragged him, still fixed in a seated posture, from the glass enclosure. Outside, her ball had cornered the second watchman, who had collapsed in a buzzing heap. Okay, hold on. Something's going on here. And that wasn't even my best execution. Fumbled my sleeve a bit, said Fieram. He's repeating. You are not... Your voice is repeating, Orianna said. His head lolled back awkwardly, and she held it upright. My secret is that I fear the outside world, he said. Oh no, he's not real. Oh, I feel so bad for Orianna. Orianna noticed the embroidery lining his jacket. Sir Feasterly's fantastical fair, friendly Fieram. He was nothing more than a simple automaton, a spectacle for the crowds. I was certain you had a mind, had thoughts like me, she said. Fieram looked up at her with eyes that glinted with silver. I'm one of a kind, aren't I? He shuffled his feet nervously, though they were in midair. Same as you. The ball returned to Orianna and whirred gently. We should go, she whispered. She set Fieram back upon his chair, which she placed just outside the shattered glass cabinet. I wish you well. Small miracles are my specialty, he said, like you finding your way to me. Goodbye, Fieram, said Orianna softly. The two watchmen lay unconscious on the ground. The ball hovered at her side as she walked away. She did not look back until she was clear of the park's towering gates. As she turned, she thought she saw a glint of metal winking in the distance. Wow, this became really sad really fast. And it didn't like click with me that some of these things that Fieram was saying were kind of just like, they could be on totally like repeat, and they could be said to anybody that walked up to the little mechanical boy. It's just like a puppet, right? Just a little automaton puppet that would just repeat things and be entertainment. And I didn't realize it until obviously here at the end. So kudos to the writer on that one. This is really sad. So this is my take. Obviously, what we're getting from this story is the fact that Orianna feels lost. She feels lost because she doesn't feel like there's anybody else in the world like her. So she probably feels alone and lost, and she doesn't know what to do. She also wants to explore the world. She wants to go out and like get out of Piltover and Zon and just explore the rest of the world, because she probably wants to find someone else like her. And unfortunately, I don't know if there will be. But I mean, Camille obviously is somewhat, but like that would probably be the closest person. Or there's a champion that I totally don't know of that may be like Orianna, but I doubt it. So yeah, this is a little bit of a sad story, but it was really well done, really well written. And I'm excited to learn more about Orianna, especially her abilities here. So it looks like the ball is kind of the one that's doing most of the heavy lifting here when it comes to like all of the abilities and stuff that she might have. All right, so Orianna, of course, is one of the old champions, so she has like an old gameplay spotlight. So we're going to look at just her abilities page on League of Legends website. The role is mage/support. Difficulty is medium. And let's take a look at the abilities here. So we have Clockwork Wind Up is the passive. Orianna's attacks deal additional magic damage. This damage increases the more Orianna attacks the same target. Okay, pretty basic passive, pretty normal, right? All right, so, all of these abilities have the word command in front of them. So the first one is attack. Orianna commands her ball to fire toward a target location, dealing magic damage to targets along the way. It deals less damage to subsequent targets. Okay, so literally this is just commands to the ball. I got it. Her ball remains at the target location after. Oh, that's interesting. So this is a little similar to kind of Shen's Arcane Sword that we just did a reaction to last week, in a sense, I guess, because you are kind of manipulating another thing on the field. And then we have the W is Dissonance. Orianna commands her ball to release a pulse of energy, dealing magic damage around it. This leaves a field behind that speeds up allies and slows enemies. All right, and we're seeing the enemy being slowed, and we're seeing Blitzcrank going faster. Cool. We have Command Protect. Orianna commands her ball to attach to an allied champion, shielding them and dealing magic damage to any enemies it passes through on the way. Additionally, the ball grants additional armor and magic resist to the champion it is attached to. Okay, so yeah, I could see, obviously, this is a little bit more towards the support role, but it sounds like, can you use Orianna in like mid lane or something like that? All right, and then we have command is Shockwave. So this is the ultimate. Orianna commands her ball to unleash a shockwave, dealing magic damage and launching nearby enemies towards the ball after a short delay, which I believe I possibly have seen this as well in TFT. I mean, that's just a pretty typical, I guess, like AoE kind of ability. I guess the biggest part of it is it pulls people in, which is always a pretty good ability in my opinion. All right, I feel like these are pretty basic abilities. The difficulty is medium, and I feel like that just has to revolve around using the ball appropriately and using it like, I don't know, I guess you have to just be pretty good at using the ball in certain situations, because her abilities aren't just like straightforward necessarily. So yeah, that would be my guess. You guys, again, let me know kind of how Orianna lies in the meta of like supports or mage. Is she pretty good right now? Has she stayed a pretty popular champion throughout the years? You guys let me know in the comments. Again, Orianna is one of those older champions. They haven't like really reworked or added in anything for her. And that includes kind of a login screen or champion theme. The only thing we could find is a Winter Wonder Orianna from 6 years ago. This is officially uploaded by League of Legends. You guys let me know if she never just got like a champion theme for her or a login screen or what. So hopefully maybe in like this season 2 of Arcane, they'll like incorporate Orianna in some sense, but I don't know. I doubt it because, I mean, obviously we saw that giant head of her, but I don't know what that has to do with Orianna. And we haven't even confirmed if that is Orianna in that second season trailer for Arcane. So anyways, let's just dive into this. You know, we're going in, it's a Winter Wonder Orianna, so I feel like it's just going to be a little bit holiday themed. And yeah, you know, we'll just listen to it and have a good time with it. So let's go ahead. Oh, you're already getting like the little bells. Okay. Ooh. This feels very fun. And they have her in like a snow globe, which is kind of cool. I like that. And the fireplace in the background. So this was 6 years ago. This wasn't that long ago, really. So at least they're still doing skins and things for her. I like this. This is kind of like a perfect League of Legends, like winter-timed theme. Ooh, this is a real fun song. Kind of cozy by the fireplace kind of vibes. But also like a little bit of a League of Legends flair onto it as well. Yeah, this just gives me like cozy, like in the winter with like a hot cocoa, watching like a Christmas movie on the TV or something. I like the change to the ball as well. We'll have to take a look at all the skins and look at how the ball changes per skin. Hopefully she has a lot of skins. I'm not sure yet. I wonder what made them decide to do a login screen for this, but just not give her like a regular login screen. Makes no sense to me. That was fun. That was a nice one. A good length too, 2.5 minutes. Very cozy song in my opinion. Oh, and that ends perfectly. Ooh, I love the way that ended. All right, this was a fun one. Again, I like it. Obviously, it's not going to be like, I don't know, it doesn't speak Orianna to me. To me, it's just like a winter-themed song. Just happens to be for Orianna. I feel like this is a song that could have been used for another champion. Maybe not like a super dark champion or anything like that. But I felt like this fits in the sense that I guess it goes for Orianna, but it could go for another champion, in my opinion. It's a nice song. I liked it. You guys let me know in the comments what you think, though. All right, at least here's a nice thing about Orianna. Being an older champion, she actually has a decent amount of skins. You guys will have to let me know what your favorite skin is in the comments. Let's go through these. Let's take our time maybe a little bit. We do have like the ball to take a look at each time as well, just to see the difference in them. We don't have too much content for Orianna, but she seems like she's a pretty well-liked character, in my opinion, overall in the community. And she's been in the game for so long, so I feel like this is a pretty important character to take a look at. So I'm glad we're doing it. Let's take a look at the original design for Orianna. Here we are. I think from all the Googling I've been doing, it looks like there was a rework done for her in 2022, so not that long ago. I guess I'm just going to be taking a look at what she looks like now. We don't know exactly what she looked like before, other than just like the visual splash arts that we had earlier. Okay, I don't like what she's doing with her arms. It's kind of scary looking. But yeah, here's our clockwork kind of like robot girl. So this is what we have. She's pretty cool looking. I feel like we're going to see some pretty cool skins. Hopefully the team gets pretty creative with the skins for Orianna. Let's go ahead and keep looking. All right, next up is Gothic. Let's take a look at this. Going with a Gothic theme. Okay, I like that they show the ball here right next to her. So that'll be nice. We don't have to like click another thing. This is an interesting one. I actually quite like this dark Gothic version of it. The ball is okay. But I like her outfit actually quite a bit in this. The hair is also just okay, but I like the pink with the black. It's kind of cool. I like that skin. Let's keep going though. I don't know if it'll be top 3. Sown Chaos. Okay. Ooh, this is kind of scary looking. Ooh, that is scary looking. Okay, I think I like this one maybe a little better than Gothic. It's like not exactly the same theme, but it's kind of like got that dark aesthetic to it. I think I like this one a little bit better, just like the sewing into her and everything is kind of cool. And the fact that what she is, like this clockwork robot, I feel like this sewn thing kind of goes with that theme a little bit. And then I like this little bow on her her right foot here. That's kind of cool. Let's keep it going. We have Bladecraft. Ooh. These are starting to get like almost better and better each time. Yeah, see like this, maybe it's just the color scheme, but the black and the gold is really cool looking. And the arms, I still don't like. Oh, she's winding herself up. Oh my God, that's what she's doing with her arm. How did I not notice that? Okay, that's pretty cool. The ball in this one, also very cool. I think I just like the color scheme being black and gold. This one so far, I think, is better than the previous two. I think they all have their originality to them, so they're still pretty cool. Next up is, okay, a TPA skin. I don't usually like these, but let's take a look. Oh, see, now this one, honestly, not as bad as some of the others, because usually it's just literally they're wearing like a hoodie or a sweater or something in like regular clothes. But this one, since she still is like this clockwork robot or whatever, I think it makes it a little bit better. The ball is okay, in my opinion, but yeah, let's keep going. Watch these. My take on the TPA skins is like a hot take, but we'll see. All right, Winter Wonder. This is the one that had the login screen. We did enjoy that. It was very cozy. And this is what it looks like in game. Oh, see, now this, the way the ball looks in this one is quite a bit better. Giving it like a face and a tongue just gives it more personality. So I think that makes it pretty fun. Overall, though, the winter theme, it's fun. I like it. I would definitely use it during the winter time just to add to like the gameplay and just to have fun with it. So I think I like this quite a bit, actually. We'll take a look at what else we have, though. Let's keep it going. We have, oh, Heartseeker. We haven't seen a Heartseeker skin in quite a bit. This, I was going to say, this might be pretty fun for Orianna. Ooh, what is the ball? It's almost like a sandwich? Or no, it's like a gift. It's like a present with hearts on it. I love this, actually. I love all the hearts on Orianna. I think this is a really fun skin. Heartseeker skins go pretty hard, in my opinion, as well. This is great. What is this Orianna cake? I can't click on it. Okay, I don't know. Oh, is this supposed to be a cake instead? Or maybe you can change it to be a cake. I don't know. Anyways, Heartseeker Orianna, honestly, my favorite so far. I like the vibrant colors of it. And of course, it gives me Alice in Wonderland vibes with the Queen of Hearts or whatever. I think this is pretty. Next up is Darkstar. Ooh, Darkstar Orianna. I like my cosmic skins quite a bit. Do I like this one, though? It has a chroma for it. Let's take a look at the chroma. I like that there's like just a gap here. There's nothing. It's just void. It's kind of cool. In terms of this Darkstar skin, I usually like the Cosmic or Darkstar skins. This one I think is good, but it's not my favorite actually, because it kind of gets rid of Orianna almost. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it is still Orianna, but it's getting rid of like the clockwork effects and like the robotic effects that I really, really like. Like it's just like a whole nother entity almost at this point. So I think it's really well done, but I don't know if it's my fave. Let's take a look at the rest. Let's keep it going. We have Victorious. Okay. I like this. When it's more like Orianna, it's like a robot, a clockwork robot. I think that's much nicer. And okay, this one, again, the color schemes are so good. This blue, purple, silver, gray, whatever you have going on here is really nice. And then the red and gold, and then the green. Oh, I actually like the green quite a bit. Victorious Orianna was awarded to players who reached gold or higher in ranked queues for Season 8. Okay. Her body has been reforged by Piltover's finest artificers and enhanced with experimental hex tech. I like this one a lot. I don't know. I think the gold stands out quite a bit. I feel like gold on Orianna just looks really good, I guess, apparently. Yeah, this one so far I think is actually my favorite, kind of by far, personally. But watch, the next skins are just going to be better somehow. All right, we only have 4 more, but Victorious Orianna, pretty good. Oh, we have a pool party Orianna. That is actually not what I expected, because, right, pool party for Orianna? I mean, I don't know. All right, let's take a look. It looks like the ball might be fun. Yeah, it's a little like shark. Do we want to say that's a shark or is it a whale? Okay, this is kind of fun, but I'm not the biggest fan of her outfit. I'm actually the biggest fan of the ball and I guess just the floaty around her. Everything else, like the bottom half, is kind of just basic. And then the top is just like okay. And I'm not the biggest fan of the hat, personally. I've seen better pool party skins. I think this is still a good skin overall. We'll have to see what else we still have left. But my favorite part is the ball and the floaty around her, personally. Oh, well, let's take a look at the chromas. I do like that it changes the ball as well with the different chromas here. So that's kind of fun. We'll have to see what we have left, though, because I think I like... Yeah, I don't like everything about this outfit. All right, and then we have... Oh, Orianna, the bee skins. Yes, we've seen a few of these. Ooh, this one's really good. I like the Orianna. Wow. They did a really good job on her face, I feel like, on this one. Oh, and then she doesn't even have a wind up behind her. She's just winding an invisible thing. But the wings are really, really cute, I think. Let's take a look at the different chromas. Does it change the bee ball at all? No, it's just kind of giving it different colors. Yeah, Orianna, though, I think they did a really good job on... Ooh, I kind of like the red one. I think they did a really great job on this one. This so far is top 3, in my opinion. This is a really, really good skin. You guys will have to let me know what you think of the bee skins. I know only a few champs, I think, have them, but you guys let me know. Oh, okay. I mean, Star Guardian Orianna. Star Guardian Orianna. This, of course, has to be... I mean, it's going to be good. Yeah. I mean, this is really good. And then she has a big... Oh, she's not even doing the wind up in this one. Ooh. I love the face on the ball. It's like a little bird. That's cute. I mean, it's a Star Guardian skin. I mean, there's not going to be any complaint coming out of me on a Star Guardian skin. This is fantastic. The only thing I guess maybe I would say is it's not giving Orianna. It's just giving more another Star Guardian, right? But why would I complain about a Star Guardian? All right, this skin's really, really good. I mean, if I was using Orianna, I would probably use a Star Guardian skin if I could. So honestly, this is really good. All right, last but not least, we have, oh, a T1 skin. Okay, here we go. Orianna T1. Oh, this is good. Oh, the ball is kind of like a seat. I could sit in that. Well, not really, but you guys know what I mean. Okay, so I really like the eyes and the hair here, what they did, and then the crown on top. Let's look at the different chroma. There's only one other chroma with it, but this is really good. So this is honoring Faker's winning performance as Orianna during the 2023 World Championship. There you go. I feel like, so if whenever Faker uses a champ, right, I assume it raises the popularity of that champ, just like probably dramatically, right? Because people want to replicate what Faker's doing with the champion. So my guess is Orianna might have had a spike up in play last year, maybe. You guys will have to let me know. I love this skin. I love the pink in her hair. I love the pink eyes with the like the black eyeliner or whatever you want to call it. And then the red version as well is really, really good. This is a great skin. This is probably top 3 for me. I think I have my top 3. This is going to round it out pretty easy. All right, of course, you guys, this is all subjective. You guys let me know what your favorite skins are in the comments. But my 3 favorite skins by far, in my opinion, she has really good skins, but I think by far my favorite ones are going to be Victorious Orianna, the Orianna, and then we're actually going to go with Star Guardian over the T1 skin. It's a Sailor Moon skin. Well, you know what? Maybe I don't do Star Guardian because it's not even giving Orianna, right? It's just giving another Star Guardian. Let's do that. We're going to switch it up. We're going to say the T1 skin because at least the T1 skin is Orianna. It looks like her. She still has the robotic legs, but with the Star Guardian skin, it's just a Star Guardian. It's not giving an Orianna skin, right? So I will go with that, actually. We'll do T1, Orianna, and the Victorious skin. Those are my 3 favorite. All right, the trivia we have says Orianna is a widespread romance name merged with 2 Latin roots with feminine suffix na. Orior, I rise, Orientalis, referring the rising sun, and Aurum, gold, which shares with Aurelian's soul. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what it's really even saying there. Orianna was the last champion priced lower than 6,300 on release. Clockwork winding is named after and references the eponymous gear mechanism. Orianna's icon during her champion spotlight was a Walfus-styled face. Okay. Multiple miniature copies of the ball can be seen on the Corporate Mundo's desk during the game's Mac version trailer. Okay, I remember the Mac version trailer. And then in the now removed official League of Legends forums, the icon of Command Shockwave was used to represent the forum games section. All right, not too much trivia, honestly, for Orianna going on there. Maybe we'll have a little bit more in the character fandom wiki page. All right, we're on Orianna's fandom wiki. Let's see if there's anything here. We have a timeline when she was born. Other than that, guys, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on with her fandom wiki either. Occupation says inventor and dancer. All right, so I did notice also appearance just is left blank with TBA. I don't know if that was because the rework was done and people didn't update it. I'm not sure. There's not a lot in here going on for Orianna. Abilities is also kind of left blank, so this is kind of sad. I feel really bad for, I don't know, Orianna lore, I guess, realistically. Personality, though, we do have Orianna was helpful and altruistic, willing to do whatever it takes to help others even when dissuaded, and often sacrificed herself in numerous ways to offer others a chance to live. She enjoyed crafting like her father, but as she became more robotic, she became more detached from her humanity, yet still retained her concern towards her father. She transplanted her own heart into her father as she saw it was the most logical option. After becoming fully robotic, she now wishes to find her place in the world as a robot retaining her human memories. Orianna has trouble expressing her emotions, but is still capable of feeling them. She initially felt love towards Fieram due to being an automaton like her, even going as far as to attack the Watchmen due to believing they were trying to stop her from freeing him. When he turned out to just be a robot apparently following his programming, she was saddened and left feeling defeated. And regarding relations, she doesn't have any relations to other champs, according to fandom. All we have is Corrin, who is her father. So Corrin is the father of Orianna. He saved Orianna's life by replacing her damaged organs with artificial ones. Due to his heart starting to fail because of his aging body, Orianna ends up sacrificing her heart to keep him alive. I feel like there's a lot of potential here for Orianna's character and lore. Like, there's a lot they could do with this, like, clockwork girl in Piltover, right? Or Zon, Piltover, wherever. I think there's a lot you could do with her lore, and maybe we'll get some of that in Arcane Season 2. I'm hoping, right? I'm really, really hoping, but it's kind of doubtful. All right, so trivia. We do have a little bit here. It says Orianna's backstory might be referencing Olympia from The Sandman by E.T.A. Hoffman. Okay, if anybody knows anything about that, that'd be cool. Her new background is an example of the Ship of Theseus debate. Vado Violante, a former apprentice of her father, Corrin Revec, created the Atlas Gauntlets, a pair of which are used by Vi. This is retconned, though, in the Arcane TV series, as in the show. Vi's Atlas Gauntlets were invented by Jace alongside his partner, Victor. Okay, so that was old lore, but I guess it's been retconned by Arcane. So that kind of is just gone, I guess. As he was possibly quite young, like most Piltover apprentices when working for Corrin Revec, Orianna was likely born around somewhere between 30 and 100 years ago. And then Orianna's in-game appearance depicts the old chassis that used a key to wind up her lung function. Oh, and then here we go. It says in episode 8 of Arcane, the as of yet unnamed doctor professes that he once had a daughter whom he lost. The picture of his daughter that he carries with a pendant resembles Orianna. The doctor is credited as Singed, a moniker he likely gained after being mutilated during a shimmer explosion in episode 3. Singed is not Corrin Revec, is it? There's no way, because I don't know about this one. You guys let me know about this, unless there's like a whole nother doctor in episode 8 of Arcane that I'm not referring to. But it says, yeah, the doctor is credited as Singed, but I didn't think Singed had anything to do with Orianna. So I guess let me know in the comments about this little fandom wiki note here. And that's all we have for Orianna, guys. So we're going to get into the voice lines, which again, she's not in Legends of Runeterra. She hasn't had voice lines updated. So actually all we have is like a 1minute and 15-second video of voice lines for Orianna. So this is a very short reaction, but that gives you guys more of an opportunity in the comments to let me know your little tidbits about Orianna. Let me know like what we need to see from Orianna. I think she has a lot of potential as a character. But yeah, let's just get into these voice lines and then we can fully talk about her. All right, we have 1 minute and 12 seconds of voice lines. These, of course, are very old. Let's give these a listen.
I have sharp things. We are as one. Yes, I am a weapon. The ball is angry. So strange, they scream. Why do they keep breaking?
Her voice is kind of interesting.
They come apart so
It's kind of not what I
easily.
expected.
How do you put them back together again? When you fall, you get right back up.
Ooh, the laugh. Okay. It almost sounds like GLaDOS from Portal.
Winding. I hear soft things. motivating. We go. This is very exciting. This
Why have I heard that voice line? This is very exciting. And that robotic voice. Why have I heard that?
is a fun game. The ball is impatient. Time ticks away. Why are they running? Ravage,
Why are they running?
Ravage.
That's funny.
Ravage. Ravage. Pulse. 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 Protect.
Huh.
Protect. 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 I know what makes them tick. I know how to make the ticking
The voice
stop.
is kind of scary.
Throw.
Is that just me? Like the voice line, the robotic voice is kind of like, I don't know, it's giving a little scary, but I wasn't scared of Orianna at all from her lore, but maybe it's just me that's a little bit scared of like this robotic voice. And to me, it sounds a little bit like GLaDOS from Portal. If you guys know the reference, you know the reference. Portal's also pretty much just as old as Orianna's champion is, if not older actually. But it sounds a little bit like that, or maybe even like the voice lines in StarCraft, which is also an old game.
Together again. When you fall, you get right back up.
So I'm wondering if that was like their reference when doing the voice lines for Orianna. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what I expected either. I knew it would be like some sort of robotic voice, girl voice, but I feel like I expected something different than what we got. But this is still fine. I think she's a little scary in terms of her voice lines to me. And yeah, of course, I wish we had a little bit more voice lines to listen to for her. I think she needs an upgrade to her voices, of course, and add her to Legends of Runeterra. Why not, right? You need to have every champion in that game at some point. I did also find that we have a video of people reacting to Orianna or interacting with Orianna, so we're going to actually watch that as well, just to see what people think of Orianna. This is only 40 seconds. Let's go ahead and give this a listen.
Who let you out of your toy box?
Ooh,
Time to cut your strings, little puppet.
Camille not being
Better
very
to be
nice.
self-made than made to serve.
Your dances are good, but they lack a certain soul.
Good news, robot. Me found problem. You covered in metal.
Dr. Mundo, okay. Is that it? That's literally it. Okay, there was 3 champions that we had interactions with. That's still nice. I enjoyed that. I'm wondering what the song is in the background of this. Is this Orianna's theme or something that I don't know about? I'm not sure. All right, guys, that's all we have for Orianna. So, of course, I'm going to go off the bat. Honestly, we're fine with skins. I think that is the one area where she's fine. She needs to be added to Legends of Runeterra. She needs her own login screen or champion theme. I guess they're called champion themes now. I think she needs to be incorporated into lore more, being part of Piltover / the Zon area with the Arcane show being so successful. I think she somehow needs to be just incorporated. I feel like they needed to add more. I guess they didn't want to expand too much. They wanted to focus on Vi, Jinx, Caitlyn, Jace, all of them, right? So they didn't really want to like expand out because there's so many champions, I understand, in that area of the game. But, you know, I just feel bad for, I don't know, Orianna mains or Orianna lovers that have been playing Orianna since she came out, and she doesn't have anything going on with her lore. In the future for her lore, it's pretty, they could go anywhere with it. I think she has a lot of potential, and she's almost, honestly, one of those champions that I think has the biggest opening to become something. I feel like with a lot of the champions in the past, I've been like, oh, okay, you know, in the future, their lore is probably going to be this, or this, or they're fine where they're at. But Orianna, I think, is not fine where she's at. I think she could totally be a part of something bigger. Like she could have, she's actually a champion that I don't even think has a major goal to her other than, I guess, finding another person that's like her so she's not so alone. That's where I think they could maybe expand in her lore or just give her a higher purpose of other than just like living her life alone with this ball. I think she has a lot more that could happen with her lore. I definitely want to hear from you guys, though. Let me know what you think should happen to Orianna, or if there's been any mention of Riot, like, saying they're going to do something with her in the future. I don't keep up with that kind of stuff. I feel like you guys do. So please let me know if there's been any mention of Orianna from the devs, lore-wise, coming in the future. Again, I really liked Orianna's design. I think she's a unique character. She's pretty cool. I liked a lot of her skins, and I would like to see more of her lore in the future. So this is kind of like I doubt any devs watch this, but this is kind of to me like hey, can we get some more Orianna lore video to the devs that I'm making here in this moment. So guys, please leave a thumbs up. Let the Riot devs know that we want more Orianna lore, at least voice lines, right? Give us some Legends of Runeterra voice lines. I would love that very, very much. Thanks again, guys. Please leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the other League of Legends reactions we have on the channel as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.